All right, everybody. We are live on Yoga for BJJ. So send me any questions you have. This is my Saturday morning live. Shoot me any questions you have having to do with Yoga for BJJ related, stretching questions, questions about life. I can do my best on those. Can't send you any promises though. And send over your belt level. I would say how long you've been training Jiu-Jitsu, but that's always a really controversial question, isn't it? Because it's like people take time off for injuries and family and life, and then they get back into Jiu-Jitsu. I was joking with a friend during the lockdowns and everyone heading back into lockdowns. I was like, you can take Jiu-Jitsu away from people, but you can't take the Jiu-Jitsu out of people. We're all still like ready to go. Still ready to go and obsessed with it. So send me any questions. Let me know where you are in the world. Let me know if you're still in lockdown or if you're training. Let me know. In Canada here, we're back in lockdown, and that was as of last week. So we have an update on Monday. And hi, Paul, you're back on for the live. Last week we were on live too. So send me some info about yourself, you guys. Let me know what you're doing with your stretching, whether you should be stretching and maybe you're not stretching. Let me know where you are in the world. Let me know if you're training or if you are doing your cross training with yoga. Today's live class I'm really excited about, and you guys can always send in suggestions of stuff you want for your live class. So every week we go through a body part. Fernando, in Texas, we've been open and rolling since May. Well, you know what, Fernando, you're gonna have to be wrestling for the both of us. So I'd like you to go double time because I need you to get rounds in for me too. Split warm-ups, please. So more information on the splits. Actually, Adam's our guy that's really, really good at the splits. He's the pro at those because you want to do the splits. And I would say even just really warming up those hips. And a flow, getting them going. So you can even jump onto the Yoga for Rocks hip weeks, anything really to warm up those hips. And I think I have a bit of an idea that you can ask Adam too. He might be putting together something special for us. And for the Yoga for BJJ, he's been doing a lot of splits lately. Good luck sweeping him from deep half, or from the X guard. Today's live class is, I love my Saturdays because they're nice and they're slow and you can do them half asleep, you can do them half awake. They're really, really great. Today's class, we had someone request a full body week because every week we usually focus on like a body part or a section of the body. And they're like, can we do a full body? And we're like, yeah, that's a great idea. So today's flow, it's a slow flow. It's more like yin, which is just slow yoga, but I don't hold the poses for 5, 10, 15 minutes. That's a little bit too long for us Jiu-Jitsu people. So I'll be holding it for about 2 or 3 minutes. And the focus will be starting with the lower back. Starting with the lower back and releasing that, then moving into the hamstrings, then moving into, instead of always rounding forward, the Sphinx, which goes the other way, and also working on stretching the outside of the legs, working on stretching the outside of those legs. So I'm pretty excited about that. Oh my goodness, Timur. He needs more coffee. You need more coffee, buddy. You definitely do. And so send me any other questions you have that are Yoga for BJJ related. And, we have another one here. Lockdown in Louisiana and dealing with hurricane aftermath. Oh man, that's not fun. Hurricane aftermath, but you're still online and hanging out with us here, which is good. So send over some questions, and I have such a great morning flow That'll just, and you know what, over time, like I was looking at the difference between slow yoga and flow yoga, and the flowing yoga is really, really great to get the blood flowing, to get the blood moving, and also to work the stability muscles in the shoulders. And then the slow yoga is almost like it just releases over time. So it's really nice to be released and relaxing over time. And so send me your belt level, where you are, where you're training, all that jazz. And I'm pretty excited, December 1st, we have our next podcast episode coming out. So this is Sebastian's podcast episode. And I love the fact that the podcast is called Untapped. Like, that's just so fantastic because we talk about everything, right? We talk about everything, talk about all types of things, and whatever comes out of it is great. So that's coming out. It's another really, really great episode. So that'll be really awesome. And coming up for my story, my live session, if you want to join, jump on the story and just swipe up. We made it super nice, super easy for you to jump in there and do that. And boom. So send me over any more questions that you have. And I was also a big focus of today's live session is stretching the outside of the hips, because they do tend to be really, really tight. And a nice little test for that is if you're sitting down. Actually, I'll put my camera down over here. If you're sitting down, you can, this is one stretch that we're doing today. There's two variations. So variation one, which is a little more intense, is sitting down and taking your right leg or your left, we'll start with the right, and just weaving it over top of the left leg. And you'll feel a stretch on the outside of the hip, and if that's too intense or if it bothers the knees, then you can straighten the left leg. Boom. Right there. So this will stretch the outside of the hip and the hamstring too. So those are some nice little tests, because if the outside of the hips are really weak or really tight, what's the joint after the hip? The joint after the hip is the knee, and that'll put stress on that knee. So we don't want that. So stretching the outside of the hips, really gentle, really great. Any tips to get rid of knee pains? And is that knee pains, I need a little more information, knee pain on the inside or the outside of the knee? Or the middle of the knee? I would say the first step to helping with the knee pain is, it sounds kind of crazy, but if you feel the knee pain, make sure to back away from it. Like, sometimes we tend to be really tough, right? And we're like, oh, I'll just train through it, or I'll move through it. And even in stretching sometimes, like if it feels like affected a little bit, the word's called like stressed. And stressed is not necessarily a bad word. I think that we call it, basically in the middle. Like stress has a bad connotation to it, but it's not necessarily a bad word. Like stress can also mean like stretching. So if it's stretching a little bit, that's really good. But if your knee is hurting in the middle, and how did that happen? Like, how long has that been going on for? How did that happen? And that might be able to help me. But I would say your best bet with the knee is, if it's in the middle, it's probably one of your ligaments, probably the ligament going through the middle of the knee, and you might want to see physio. You might want to see some physio. So I have a request to be in my live video, and let's see. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And we'll see if we can talk to the world here from inside here. Hello. Oh, he left. I know sometimes people do that by accident. It's so funny how you quickly can click. Hi, Senior Martial Arts. So I'd request with the knee, obviously we're not doctors, so go get it checked out by physio. But if it's bothering inside the knee, we actually have a knee rehab program in in our rehab section where Rosie does it. So she has like 3 different knee rehabs. Jump in there and try that out. That might really help you. I found that's really helped a lot of people. So make sure to jump into there. Hi, Senior Martial Arts. How are you? So yeah, shoot me some more questions, you guys. Shoot me some more questions, whether you're training or whether you're in lockdown, what belt you are. Everyone's sending some great waves over. Oh, good. And where are you, Senior Martial Arts? Where are you in the world? That's a great name. Hello, Franek. Hello. So we have, if you guys want to do some amazing Christmas presents for people that you love, we always joke. I always say it's the gift that keeps on giving. You can head over to our website, yogaforbjj.net, or to our store, and we have gift cards, which are really cool because I'm one of those people that really overanalyze what should I get? So you can jump online and get a gift card too. So that's a really nice thing to do for Christmas. For someone, if you know they do jiu-jitsu and they're in lockdown and they don't know, and you don't really know what to get them, that's a fantastic one. Grips and Growls, that's a great name. Any stretches or manipulation for rib injuries on the men's? Rib injuries. I would say you're in luck. So head over again to our website, yogaforbjj.net, and jump into the rehab section again. And there is a section on there for ribs. And Rosie, that's helped a ton of people out. Try it out, see if it helps, go really light. Obviously, we're not doctors. I spent my 10 years getting my jiu-jitsu black belt, not my doctor degree. I personally think that jiu-jitsu is a little bit more fun. I'm not saving lives, but I'm saving mental lives, I guess. So head over there to yogaforbjj.net and check out our rib injuries section. Okay, try that out. Go really light. See if it helps. Give it some time. Give it some time to heal up. One of the amazing thing that Sebastian set up the rehab section of the website, because it's really cool getting the emails in of how much that has helped. Any stretches or manipulation for the elbows? For the elbows. So I need you to clarify on that a little bit more. Do you want for the elbows when they're stretched out, the arms stretched out? Do you want to hear, what do you mean stretches or manipulations? Do you want to be untappable in that arm bar? I've got some amazing stretches for the shoulders, which is the joint before the elbows, which is really nice. So clarify a little bit more on the elbows. I've got a great stretch for the forearms. Actually, I'll share that right now. We're waiting for you to give me more information here. So great stretch for the forearms, which is again the joint before the elbows, is pointing the fingers towards your knees. And you have a couple different options here. So this stretches the forearms all the way through. It's really, really nice. The closer the fingers are to the knees, the less intense the stretch will be. So if your forearms are really tight, then you want to go closer to your knees. If they're not as tight, then you can move further away and you can shift forward and back. You can go left and right, and you can go circle. So having some fun with that. Then the counter stretch to that makes you, I always joke, it makes you unwrist lockable with the back of the hands on the wrist and going up and down like this. So both of those feel really nice. When they're stretched out. So this is the one that I can think of here with I'm gonna go this way. This is more shoulder though. This is more shoulder, but we always joke about it being an arm bar stretch. Where if you're on the ground and your elbows are under your knees, bring the left arm all the way out, boom, like that, and turn the other way. So post the right hand and turn the other way. So this is shoulder. This is a lot more shoulder. But again, the arm is stretched out, so you will get a tiny, tiny bit in the elbow. And then the other one is here where you have your Americana arm. And then maybe you're going over again there. But that's kind of a tricky one. But you can send more information if you need more of an answer with that question there. So send me another question or two. We have a few more minutes before we jump into our live class. And I found I'm really tight in the hips, or I'm having trouble with medial rotation, abductions, and flexions. So, yeah, you got a couple things going on in there. And you know what? Today's class might help you because this one here, we'll start with variations of the butterfly, which help with the abductors, and then medial rotation. So medial rotation, laterals out, medials in. So medial rotation, again, that might be, I think it's just kind of overall a lot of the hips, like the inside of the hips, the outside of the hips. If we loosen that up, then you'll be feeling a lot better. And I recommend, yeah, like you can jump into today's live, which will really help and be really good. And you can also jump into, we've got some awesome videos specifically for the hips for you. So those could be really, really good too. Try this. Try placing your feet together and just having a sit here. And the closer, if it is back too, but it's a really gentle opener for the hips. You can also try one of my old favorites right here. Ball, putting the belt around the ball of the foot, and this is hamstrings, but going out to the right side with the belt. So try that. And then to the left side with the belt all the way over. Try that. That's a timeless favorite, which is just amazing. It feels so good. So I sparred with a guy that didn't give me no chance to tap. And when I didn't, he didn't use let go. Oh, do you know what? Hyphen, head over to, for you, yeah, like it's not even too much of a stretch. It's more your elbow is sore. So you didn't get a chance to tap. I hate people like that, hey? Head over to the rehab section of our website and go to the elbow rehab program. We have a couple of them. So where you feel the pain, we have an elbow hyperextension rehab, which I think you need. So we do have something for you. It's not yoga, but it's rehab. So start really light with that and see if that helps you. Because the shoulder stretch I showed you, that's more for tight shoulders. That's not going to help you. You need some rehab. So jump onto the rehab section of the website. Check out the elbow hyperextension program. That will help out, I think, really nice and light. Again, we're not doctors, but that rehab has helped a lot of people. All right, any more questions, team? Any more questions? If you have any, shoot them over, last chance. Otherwise, I'll be getting ready for my live stream. And if you want to join me, head over to either yogaforbjj.net or head over to our story and just swipe up. Then you can join me there. For members, it's free, and for everybody else, it's only 3 shillings. All right, team. So it was really, really fun hanging out with you, and we'll see everybody next time.